I'm not going to intercept at all, and I'm going to see how quickly we can get this down, even with the protection up. So. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, we are headed into the last week of the season. We are solidly in Masters, but it would really feel good to just win one of these. And with as tight as Masters is, that's not going to be so easily done. So I have 5 fights, some really cool ones against the Sasquatch. On a note, I have not taken him on in quite a long time, actually. Of course, some Archangel in case the chance to continue getting better against Nick Fury. And then a fight against Hitmonkey where I have never ever destroyed him before, but I'm confident the guy's going to get destroyed, that poor little monkey. All right, let's jump into this. This was by far the easiest fight on the map for me. Super Scroll, to be honest, not even totally sure what the guy does. He is not immune to bleed or poison, and that means Archangel can destroy him. This node is not that difficult because it is a strike back node. And I will not be throwing any specials at all. This is only a rank 2 Super Scroll. The only reason I'm showing it is because I just haven't fought one before, and I want to point out he is another champion that is not immune to bleed nor poison. There clearly is like a falter mechanic or something that's happening in the upper right-hand corner. I don't usually know this little about a champion, but this guy just feels like someone that I don't really want to know a lot about. Just an epic disappointment in our game, and sometimes it's going to happen, right? I mean, they're not all going to be amazing. So anyways, he threw a big rock at me, which was really easy to avoid, and the falter's coming up, but he's going to be dead, so it doesn't matter, and we will move on. It was a nice little warm-up fight. That was like an appetizer for my fight against Nick Fury here. I was really pumped up for this. I have not, I've been soloing, just destroying stuff the second half of the season, which has been feeling good. I've been getting a lot of reps in with Archangel on various nodes, and then bringing in Guardian or Human Torch or things like that. So we're going up against this Nick Fury here, and I think I fought him on this node before. Nothing about this is going to be that difficult. The fact that he's going to be into the SP1 more quickly could be a bit of a pain, but even the power alternator is not really concerning me, because I just want to get him to his SP2, evade that, and after the real initial flub, I've learned how to interact with this heavy. But you're gonna see me do something here that I'm not even sure what to call it, but it is a move that is reserved for only the most boneheaded of players. I know my buddy Dreamin just recently did it in a war, but you're gonna see me. Yeah, I don't know. A stun into a medium into a heavy attempt, don't do that. It's just a bad idea. No clue why I did that. But the cool thing is like I said, I know how to fight Fury now. So I really was not concerned. Just was like, now I gotta heal him up. But now I just gotta play the fight. No big deal, right? So I'm gonna bait that heavy, just back up once. You're gonna get Fury while he's in that kind of like that pause, that elongated pause. You see it right there. He's kind of got his arms spread out. They did a nice job of giving you an opportunity to punish it. So you just back up once, and then you get the heavy in. So like I said, not really too concerned about it. Now I just want to, if I can, get a neuro on him. If I get just 1 neuro on him, there should be plenty. I'm gonna take some hits into the block. No one loves that, but it is what it is. That's just part of doing this fight. You notice I'm holding block immediately. Sometimes the AI, like you see right there, will still throw a special, but it does significantly reduce the chances of them doing it. Got a nice little intercept there, which was cool, and then go in and just finish him off with the special. I saw he had gone unblockable. Just wanted to just finish him off. I mean, why not have the special? Why not throw it? I had the power to do it, so might as well. That was cool, and that to me is just a further sign that like Fury just isn't an issue for me anymore. I know how to fight the guy, and even if I make a little mistake, I will be totally fine. Oh, this one was really fun. I forgot about this. Okay, so like I said, I just have gotten a lot of reps in with Archangel. He destroys things anyway. There is some nuance to him on some of the more difficult fights, so there is some more to him than just the parry heavy. But one of the things I've been really enjoying doing is seeing how quickly I can kill defenders, and really been enjoying beating the heck out of Weapon X. Gonna have another war video coming out soon where we melt one. And Mole can be a little bit of an issue, but you can fight him. But they even gave me the White Magneto pre-fight, which does increase the ability accuracy of Archangel, right? That's a really cool thing that White Magneto brings to a team, on top of him being a quality champion. Anyways, so one of the things I thought would be fun is I was going to go into this fight, and I thought, if it's just going extremely well, I'm not going to intercept at all. And I'm going to see how quickly we can get this down, even with the protection up. So here we go. Let's kind of take a look at it. We've got the protection up, which is, I think, mitigating the damage or diminishing the damage by, I think, 40%. It's a substantial amount. It's not as much as it was originally. But as you can see, we've already got 5 neurotoxins on. We're at about 20%, 20 seconds into this fight. And this guy is already at 60% health. So I was like, you know what? If I somehow accidentally intercept due to muscle memory, fine. But I'm just going to kind of let this go. He's not even throwing specials. He keeps getting stunned. Yeah, I mean, it was just really fun to be like, I'm not even going to try to throw a special. I know the light kind of got in the way there, but that fight was 40 seconds long. The fight was 40 seconds long. And I just intentionally never even tried to intercept him. Obviously, the slight concern, I think that's what they're trying to catch you with, is by trying to land the intercept, you might hit him into his block, and, you know, that would be very bad. But it, you know, Archangel, right? Okay, so I thought that was fun. That was fun for me. I had a good time with that. Going up against the Sasquatch, usually when I've taken Sasquatch with my torch, it's on the encroaching stun node, which does make a lot of sense, right? Like if he ends up getting to the Wrath of Tanarak, that can be a real problem for you. Here he does have so much health, even though I am going to be using my pre-fight. There is the desire, like I did want to try to intercept him at some point. I typically like to reserve myself a lot of power and get him to his SP2. And the reason is I find it more easily evadable, and also his special 1, he will stun you in Wrath of Tanarak if you block it, but I think it's a 10 to 20% chance. It's enough that if he's not in Wrath of Tanarak and you block that last part of the special 1, it will still stun you, and trust me, it happens in war, right? The chances of things going wrong in war with those statistic type abilities, it's like they say 10%, but it really means like 60%. So we're using the pre-fight. Going again, I went to check to make sure it was on. Fortunately, it will be on. And then I'm just gonna initially get my temperature up. So I should parry heavy here. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna start trying to set up a nice backdraft intercept, but I didn't even need to do it. I just was able to pull one off immediately. So we've got the protection off. There you go, see, we wanna dex that SP1, because if we block it, there's a chance he's gonna stun us, and that's a real problem. And then ideally, if I can, I want to get him down before he goes into Wrath of Tanarak. So at this point, I was kind of trying to contemplate if I wanted to push him over Special 2 to then set up a backdraft intercept. But I knew the Wrath of Tanarak was coming up. So let's see. I don't recall if I ended up pulling off. Yeah, I messed that up. I mean, I think to the viewer and on playback, it was very clear to me that he was not going to come in. But we went the light and he got us there, so it's fine. And then I'm going to throw the SP3. I personally think I should have held onto it. I'm not sure why I went ahead and thrown. I should have held onto it in case I got in trouble from him going to Wrath of Tanarak, and if I had a lot of problems with that, I should have held onto it. But I didn't. So here we go. I think he throws another special 2 if I remember correctly. No, I recall. So this fight's getting pretty close, and he's so close to down, even with protection. I'm going to bait this. There we go. And then I'm going to throw the special 1. To end it. Nope, not even getting to the special 1, but I was prepared to if I needed to. Got him down. I remember that. I remember seeing he's so close to dead. Wrath of Tanarak had triggered. Figured let's just finish him off. And if we need to throw a special 1, we'll get it done. Now this is node 55 against this hit monkey. Of course, the danger with hit monkey is if he evades anything, he can end the fight quickly. He evades anything from you, right? And there's limber. But as we've seen from time and time again, especially if you can place white Magneto pre-fight, which we did. I cut it out apparently when I was editing on my phone, but we have the white Magneto pre-fight, and I did check that. And then thanks to my buddy Strands, awesome dude, I'm sure you've heard me say his name before, he did give me the Horseman ability. It's the first time I've ever had Horseman Archangel in war, and lo and behold, I ended up needing it, right? The unblock or the unstoppable came in, saved my butt there against the little hit monkey. I don't think he would have killed me. It didn't look like it was one of those ones where he would have killed you, but man, I would have been sweating there a little bit if he had got me down to 20%. And then Archangel does what he does. 30 seconds into the fight, and the monkey is down. I feel like I'm saying that every single war now. The monkey is down. I don't actually hate monkeys. I like them, but it's fun to say. And I don't really know what to say. We played pretty well. We've been a little inconsistent lately. I think we had such a great start, And, you know, these things just happen, like life happens. One of the reasons I was able to move into this alliance, even though it's as good as it is they really felt that they could incorporate my schedule. And so it'd be unreasonable or ridiculous for me to think that there aren't other people whose schedules maybe they're incorporating, or it's just an alliance that understands that life happens. And so still skilled enough. Obviously players like this, we've seen the Jolly multiple times, we've seen Agent Sensation multiple times, and I believe we've seen Taint multiple times. Taint's in my BG, so I see the guy's fights and the fights he takes and the assignments he gets. He's a great player. Obviously the other two, Jolly and Agent Sensation, are as well. So thanks for doing that, guys. Way to go. Congratulations to PBT on the win. And let's go ahead and check where we're at in Masters. Like I said, we were solidly in Masters, but it'd feel good to win one. So let's check where we're at the end of week 10. All right, so we're still 7th, so we're solidly in there. But remember, Masters is counted, it's odd for me anyways, I think it is for a lot of us. There's 1, 2, and 3 for second, third place, and then they start off with 1 again. So we're really 10th, and there's only 20 alliances that make Masters, so we're moving to the middle of that pack. It'd be really good to get a war win in War 11. I do know how it goes, but that video's not out yet, so we'll get that out soon. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'm having a blast this season. Some of you even commented like, wait a minute, I thought you were too busy for this. And I know not everyone sees every video, so I completely get it. I've played alongside some of these guys for 3-4 years. And he's like, dude, we can make your schedule work. We can do it, and we can give you more consistently the same fights, or at least similar fights, or have you bringing in similar attackers most of wars. So you just get really familiar. So for me, it's usually the weekends that are the biggest issue, because I want to be with my family. And they're like, look, so that way on weekends, we're not giving you a fight that you've just never taken before, or maybe you haven't taken in like 2 months. That's going to require duels and intense understanding. You can get your 5 fights in, or 2 or whatever, and just get them done. So far so good, and I feel like I've been an asset. I've been handling some fights for this BG that they said had been trouble fights in the past, and we're in Masters. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.